Hello guys, it's the Saints man, small van driver on and off the CX. And yes, last week. Um, Obviously the video last weekend was a very short video because we found out that a close family member, not me or my wife, not Auntie's still alive, been a visitor today. Yeah, out the blue, found out I got cancer. Um, and it is gonna hopefully it's gonna be curable. They've caught it, but it was the shock of it. And we've been today to the hospital. Person's been in hospital ever since and it's on radiotherapy, but the consultant uh, thinks it's caught early enough to try and do something about it. They're doing radiotherapy, and we'll know more by about next Friday because they're having radiotherapy right up until I mean, uh, continually, but they're going to do a biopsy on Friday, and hopefully it's reduced it. It's inoperable, but it's not terminal. That's the right word. Yeah, it's not a case of they can't hopefully do something with it, but it's just a shock of it, and it's been a tough week. It's been a tough week work wise because I haven't really had my head on, and I've been coming home every day wherever I've been. I've travelled home. I'm not staying out, and that will probably continue because we're there to help and support. Um, but yeah, so we didn't do much. I'm not going to go through it like I normally do. I'm just going to tell you that we did one, two. Well, I wouldn't have gone out Monday, but I got a phone call from a local shipper who puts a lot of work my way and see if I could do a local job because I'd already sort of said I want to stay localish, and I did a job in Northampton, Oxford, and I got a job from Newbury back to a private hospital in Northampton, that was it, job done. Um, Only worked 5.5 hours and come home. And that's about all I wanted to do, really. Then Tuesday, I got a job from subcontractors. It was only a small job, wasn't far. Put me in a poor area, Hulls Beach, and I managed to get two more small jobs that got me back to Wellingborough, which was okay. It wasn't brilliant. It was okay money. Wednesday, I did do a long job. I'd got a job. Again, I wasn't really fussed whether I was going to work or not, but a local shipper to me contacted and said there was a job going to Eastleigh, and he pays good money, really good money. And I did the job down to Eastleigh, which was probably a mistake because I didn't start until 9 o'clock. I haven't been starting early either, to be honest. Didn't start till 9 o'clock. Got down to Eastleigh, very little going, and I managed to do a little job in Winchester, 1 mile for 30 quid, which paid for my fuel home, loads of dead miles, but there's more to life at the minute. So, and I just trundled back. And again, it was a 9 hour day that was because I was faffing around in Winchester for a couple of hours. And then Thursday, yeah, person was in hospital and we'd been to see him Wednesday night, and yes, he was really good spirits. And Thursday, I took a job. Again, it was long distance. It was Northampton. It was the furthest I've been away. It was to Keighley, which was 150 mile. Um, and it's funny, I took it to a hospital actually in Keighley. Yeah, I seem to be in hospitals, either personal, visiting, or delivering this last week. But yeah, I went to Keighley, did the job, and I'd got a pickup Friday for uh, one of my like it's not a customer, but it's a shipper who offers me before it goes on CX, if that makes sense. So Friday, and I wanted to stay local. I'd already said I wanted to stay local to the people who sometimes do provide me work, and he said he got 3 drops around Birmingham, so that suited me. But the big problem, I had to pick it up Thursday night, so I travelled back from Keighley. I couldn't get nothing south. It's been really poor. The guys, the YouTubers who I know, and the group I'm in, WhatsApp group, it has been tough. It's been tough getting backloads this week. The CX is tough at the moment. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's tough. It's tougher than it's been for a while. There is work out there, but it's going either too cheap or it's long distance, which I'm not interested in at the moment. So it's tough. So that was Thursday. Friday, I got the 3 drops. one was in rugby actually, rugby and two in Birmingham, which was ideal for me. I ended up in right near Dudley Zoo, believe it or not. So I was just looking for a load back so I could finish. And I quoted on loads around Birmingham. This is what I'm saying. The loads were going so cheap. I was quoting nothing extravagant and not a sniff. And there were some jobs in there paid £20. Come on, £20. It's all right. It's 7 miles across Birmingham. It you got to pick it up. You got to get to the address. You might be 20 minutes away. You got to get you 7 miles across Birmingham. That's going to take you 40 minutes. You got to deliver it. You got to do the paperwork. You got to do this. You got expenses. It's going to take you a couple of hours. £20. Come on, it's shite. That is absolutely shite. And if you guys are doing it, then as far as I'm going to say, more fool you, because you'll just end up going under. You won't be able to put money aside, and these shippers will just get rich, and you just work for peanuts. You work for nothing. So, but I got a job from Birmingham to Harlow, which was, it was a distance job, and again it was a hospital. Just stuck on hospitals at the moment, but it got me decent money, and that was my best day. Going to Birmingham and then Birmingham Harlow. Again, I dead miled it home. I drove home. Friday night we had a game. Saints had a game against Leicester, which was light relief. So it was good for me and my wife. We went cracking game. It was all the kids playing because it was like a Premiership Cup. So it was the second teams, and we did well. We beat them. I don't know, 40 points to 12 or something like that. I don't know, something like that. So the mileage for the week was still quite high because I was dead miling loads. It was 12.73. My duty time was 40 hours, which is a normal week. 8 hour day, 5 days a week. Did a couple of longish days. I say long days, a 10 hour day, and then two 10 hour days, and a couple of 5 and 6 days. I did 30 hours driving, and I did 727 money. Absolutely shite. And with the dead miles, it was a poor pence. But the 727, you add 20%, brings it out at 872. Take off your 10% for Mr. VAT for your flat rate, and it brings it out at 785. So it wasn't that bad. When I started this job 4 years ago, by the way, I'm over 4 years now into this job. When I started, if you on a small van did 750 in a week, 150 a day, you were quite happy with that. You would think, yeah, it's not bad. That was the target. It went up quite quickly, up to 1,000 a week, but I did 785, so 157 a day. Yes, it's not going to make you rich, but it was okay, and I was happy. So that's it. That's the week. Fuel prices haven't gone up as much as people expected with the budget. Um, my fuel was still okay. I think I was on 112. I think it was 112, which works out at, I couldn't even tell you because I didn't do it, but 11.2, 22.4, 112, 136, which is, yeah, it's not too bad. So we're hoping we've had a pretty good weekend. Saturday we were busy doing loads of different jobs, and today visited two people in different, one in a hospital, one in a care home, and I trundled out this morning. Yeah, popped out to something this morning that didn't happen, but it was a ride out anyway, and we're back on it. Tomorrow we've got a subcontract work actually. It's a 7 o'clock pickup. I'm going to end up somewhere, I think, around the Norwich area. So it's not a brilliant area again, but subcontract works okay. It's 3 drops, and we'll hopefully get some up back. Again, I don't think I'm looking to stay out, but we'll see. It's going to be the end of the week where I want to be getting back when we know more about what's going on with once they've had a biopsy. Once the person's had a biopsy, and we'll know. It sounds promising. It sounded more promising than what it was when we got the initial diagnosis. So, hopefully everything's all right. Yep, we're doing all right. Please like and subscribe. I was going to do a video last week. It was about pricing, but it's just gone crazy. It's just gone crazy. It's less money now than there was in January. Work that one out, because October's normally a pretty good month, but it wasn't. It was okay, but it wasn't as. I'm look back in my diary from a year ago, and last October was really busy for some reason. But it's what it is. We'll change the clocks. It's I find this time of year really difficult, as in it's dark by 5. It's pitch black. You seem as though, tomorrow I'm picking up at 7 just down the road. I'll be leaving at 6:45. It's going to be pitch black. I'll probably get home if I get something back from Norwich or get something. It's going to be pitch black. But that's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. Like I say, thanks for all your support. Thanks for all the comments asking if I was okay. I'm fine. Wife's fine. We're just a little bit down, obviously, on what news is what's going on. But like you say, onwards and upwards. And we'll just keep going, and hopefully better news. So I hope you had a good weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.